Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we're visiting Askham Bryan Wildlife and Conservation Park, which is located just outside the historic city of York. This is a small but interesting wildlife park that sits within the grounds of Askham Bryan College, a specialist land-based college that trains students in animal management, conservation, horticulture and agriculture. What makes this zoo quite unique is it isn't just a visitor attraction, it's also part of the college's teaching facilities, meaning that many of the animals you see are cared for by students learning skills needed to work in animal care and the zoo industry. The wildlife park first opened to visitors back in 2017 and has gradually developed into a small conservation-focused zoo that welcomes around 20,000 visitors each year. So today we're going to have a walk around the park, look at some of the animals you can see here, and give an honest review of what this attraction is like if you're thinking of visiting. When you arrive at Askham Bryan Wildlife Park, you're actually entering a working college campus. The wildlife park itself is located towards the rear of the site, and there is free parking available nearby, which is always a welcome bonus. One thing to keep in mind is this is not a large zoo. Instead, it is best described as a compact wildlife park and educational visitors. Opening hours are typically between 10 and 4. The park used to open mainly on weekends and during the school holidays, but now it's open full time from around April to end of September, but please check on the website to confirm that. Because of its smaller size, you can walk comfortably around the entire park in a few hours, although animal talks and experiences can easily extend your visit. One of the things you'll first notice about the zoo is its very relaxed and friendly atmosphere. Unlike some of the larger zoos in the UK, the park feels quieter and more personal. Many of the enclosures are fairly close together, the layout makes it easy to walk around without needing a map. There's also quite a lot of information boards and educational signs which reflect the park's strong teaching focus. Despite its smaller size, the wildlife park is home to over 100 species of animals, including mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians, fish, and invertebrates. Many of these species are smaller animal, rather than the large megafauna that you might see in other major zoos. You won't find elephants or giraffes here. What you will find is a fascinating collection of some unusual and sometimes overlooked wildlife. Some of the animals you might encounter include ring-tailed lemurs, meerkats, short-clawed Asian otters, raccoons, wallabies, marmosets and tortoises. There are also various reptiles, snakes and amphibians housed in an indoor enclosure. For visitors who enjoy learning about animals rather than simply seeing them from a distance, this type of collection can be very rewarding. One of the highlights for many visitors is the lemur enclosure. Ring-tailed lemurs are extremely charismatic animals, known for their long striped tails and social behaviour. They are native to Madagascar and unfortunately classified as endangered in the wild due to habitat loss. Watching them interact with each other is always entertaining. They tend to be quite active during the daytime. You may also see marmosets, which are tiny monkeys from South America, known for their expressive faces and agile movements. The smaller primates are perfect for a spot like this, as they can be observed from relatively close range. Another popular stop for visitors is the meerkat enclosure. Meerkats are generally very curious animals and often stand upright while scanning their surroundings for predators. This behaviour makes them extremely engaging to watch, and they are usually a favourite with children. Elsewhere around the park you will find animals such as raccoons, armadillos and otters. The Asian short-clawed otters are particularly interesting because of the smallest species of otter in the world. These are highly social animals that live in family groups, communicating with a variety of whistles and chirps. The wildlife park also has a good collection of birds and reptiles. You may see species such as barn owls, kookaburras, parrots, and various snakes and lizards. Many of the animals are housed in indoor areas, which makes them easy to observe regardless of the weather. For anyone interested in reptiles and amphibians, this section of the park can actually be one of the most fascinating. What really sets Askham Bryan Park apart from many other small zoos is the strong conservation and education mission. This park is a member of the British and Irish Association of Zoos and Aquariums, which means it must meet recognised standards for animal welfare, conservation and education. The park also participates in conservation breeding programmes for endangered species, such as white-lipped tamarins and black lemurs. In addition, the park also supports conservation initiatives for the Tansy Beetle Action Group, helping to protect a rare beetle species that lives along the River Ouse in York. Because this is part of a college, students studying animal care often help with the research, husbandry and conservation projects. So when you visit, you're not just seeing animals, you're also supporting education of future zookeepers and conservationists. Another feature that visitors often enjoy here is the animal talks and encounters and experiences. Throughout the day, keepers give talks where you can learn about specific animals and how they're cared for. There are animal encounter experiences where visitors can sometimes help feed or interact with the animals under the supervisions of keepers. These experiences can involve animals like lemurs, meerkats, tortoises, and the reptiles. These are a great opportunity for visitors who want more hands-on experience of wildlife, although they do carry an extra charge, but it is very reasonable, usually around £50 for 4 adults. One slightly unexpected feature of this park is the Arboretum. The grounds contain a rare collection of exotic trees from around the world, including species like giant redwoods and Hungarian oaks. As you walk around the park, you're not just seeing animals, you're also walking through a small botanical collection. It adds an extra element to the visit and makes the park feel quite peaceful and green. In terms of facilities, the park offers the basics you would expect from a small attraction. There is a small cafe serving drinks and light food, along with a picnic area where you can sit and relax. There's also a small playground area for children. Because the park isn't huge, it's particularly well suited for families with younger children, who may find the larger zoos a bit overwhelming. So overall, what is Askham Bryan Wildlife Park like? Well, it's not a major zoo attraction, it doesn't try to be. Instead, it's a small, friendly wildlife park with strong educational focus. If you're expecting lions, elephants, or huge safari-style enclosures, you won't find them here. But if you enjoy learning about the animals, seeing smaller species up close, and supporting conservation and education, then this park offers a very pleasant visit. It's particularly well suited for families with young children, animal lovers interested in conservation, visitors looking for a shorter, relaxed wildlife experience. Because of its connection with the college, it also has a slightly different feel compared to many other traditional zoos. So my final thoughts on Askham Bryan Wildlife and Conservation Park are that it's a small but very enjoyable wildlife attraction just outside of York. It may not be a full day destination, but it's definitely worth visiting if you're in the area and seeing the animals in a relaxed environment. It's perhaps most importantly, it plays a valuable role in educating the next generation of wildlife carers and conservationists. If you enjoyed this review, please like and subscribe for more walking tours, wildlife parks and attraction reviews from out the UK. And as always, thank you for watching. Please enjoy the remaining footage of the zoo. And once again, please consider subscribing. Help to get me over 100 subscribers, which would be very nice. Thank you and take care of yourselves.